What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Poeboys. I wanted to start this episode off on a little bit different of a note because I really have not been myself. But there's some reasons that I haven't been myself, and I feel like it's best for me to explain that to y'all because a lot of things have changed, and I want y'all to understand at least where I'm coming from, and also that'll explain a lot of what's going to happen later on in this video. So my father, he's 24 years Air Force vet. In fact, I was a military brat. I grew up on military bases most of my life, and he was a hero, and he actually just recently passed away, and it's really hard because that's the person that I would go out to and ask my questions. If I was ever curious about anything, I'd give my dad a call, and I don't really have that anymore, so there is an alone feeling and an empty feeling in there. But at the same time, I do know one thing, is he would want me to be the most positive person I could possibly be, because why mourn over something when that's just the cycle of life? So what I'm going to do is go ahead and keep my head up, and it sucks that it had to be my father, but at the same time, we're going to go ahead and move forward, and I'm going to go ahead and make him proud. Love you, Dad. So to give a little bit more explanation on times and dates, when I was in Idaho for his funeral, it was right before we put the V6 in the car. So the reason I only had one day to work on it is because I was actually just got back from Idaho that night, went to bed, woke up, put the V6 in, and then drove to Alabama. So it was kind of a cramped schedule. I wanted to get it done because I knew that there would be something special in there for it. A lot of y'all want to ask about this truck that I'm sitting in, and I will show it in a later video, but this is the 6.4 that if you watch from my very early videos up there, you'll be able to see that this is the truck that I put the bigger turbos on, cold air intake, straight pipe. This truck has a lot of stuff done to it, and it used to be my dad's truck. I'm driving it now because it got passed down to me. So with all that being said, Jared, Rail, and Jason Brozak all have something very special planned for the drift car. So I want y'all to enjoy this video as we watch it because it will be for my dad. And let me say, it's beautiful. But I also will say, this video cannot start without some problems on the way down there because it is a Poeboys road trip, and we know how those work. Enjoy the video, guys. We got the drift car on the tow truck. That fitment, though. Oh boy, she is intact thick.
Well, I was going to change lanes, and all I hear was poof, and there was coal coming out of the exhaust. Pretty sure I popped off the boost boot. Oh yeah. That's the one right there. Oh boy. Well, it wouldn't be a Poeboys trip if we weren't broken down on the side of the road. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Hopefully that is all of our problems. Perfect. Oh, that's because we're making 40 pounds of boost. That's probably why. Let's not make 40 pounds anymore. But diesel things, right? All right, guys, so we're in Alabama. Jared, where are you at? What's up, Jared? Everyone knows Jared. What are we doing?
We're painting another car.
The internet, stay tuned. There it is, the home for the car for the next few days.
Beautiful idea. We'll hand tape it to here, bring it down, and stop it right on the bumper.
Thing's so cool. That would be so useful when debadging trucks. That's really cool.
It came off so clean.
It really did. All right, guys, so the guys are working on the car right now. They're getting it ready to go into the booth, and we're in the shop right now. Someone else is letting us use it, so thank you very much. Everything on this thing has been torn apart so far. We don't have too much more to go. I think we're ready to go into the booth.
All right, guys, so we just woke up and we are at the shop right now. Jared is wrapping the car. We're gonna go ahead and mask this thing off, get a few base coats on it, and then see some really cool stuff. I don't even know how to explain it. There's about to be a lot of work done on this car, and I don't think y'all are ready for what the final product of this is going to be. Jared, what do you think about it?
I'm excited. Let me wake up first, though.
Right? It might be like 7, almost.
I'll have like 3 hours sleep.
Right, but that's how we roll on Poeboys. Minimal amount of sleep and a lot of work. As far as I know, the drift event got canceled. So worst come to worst, when I get back home, I'm just gonna take the thing on the freaking streets.
All right, guys, I wanted to show you some things that the guys have done. There's some really cool cars here. This is Jared's car. Last time y'all saw this car, it was actually a fighter jet, but it is definitely Lightning McQueen, and it's really freaking cool. He's even got the eyes right there, and Rusty's, and then obviously he's got the Addie's Army puzzle pieces as well, and that's really cool. Then here's Jason Brozak's car, and it looks like it just came off of the track too. I've seen this car on YouTube. It's a beautiful car, I will tell you that. Now he's wrapping my car. I'm super excited for it, and thank you to the guys. I can't even explain enough how thankful I am that these guys are taking out their time to help me with my project. I appreciate it a lot, so thank you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we already know what this means. Car is prepped, ready to go.
Y'all ready to see the flavor?
Dealing with a lot of humidity right now. The tropical storm coming through last night, so it's about 90% humidity.
Of course, everywhere we go, we have a hurricane following. Drove through the hurricane to get here, and then it came back over and ran into us, so we're super humid right now.
We're only 11 hurricanes till Christmas.
Shoot, you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Ooh, we're gonna do it. Fast rail. Try not to get the paint in its way, my bad.
Alright, so some people have questions when I do a new edge Mustang of why I paint it the way I do on the first coat. I use a thinned down version of the black. It doesn't have as much pigment in it on the very first coat, kind of a guide coat. It's the last opportunity to see if there's going to be fish eyes or any issues before I start hammering the actual color on.
Right.
A lot of people have asked me why I'm just so random in how I spray. This stuff, it levels so well. You're not going to get really a lot of dry spray in the first few coats. When I start hammering it down, that's when it'll all melt together. But I use this as kind of a guide coat. Basically, after you get to this point, there's no going back. So if you want any guesswork to be done at this point. When that's dealing with the humidity we're dealing with.
Right.
There's always a chance that this will fish eye or we'll have all kind of problems.
This is Jason Brozak, everybody.
What's up?
He is going to be doing some fancy work on the car. Man, this car is clean. How do you do the road rash?
All by hand.
Wow. So he did the whole entire car himself within like a few days, you said?
3 days.
3 days. It's really cool because now I get to have you working on my car. So thank you in advance. And I cannot wait for what's about to happen. Jared's put on the first base coat right now, and then we're gonna be putting on some airbrush stuff here soon. So once the airbrush comes out, there's gonna be some really cool work going on. It's black now, so weird. That doesn't mean the car is actually gonna be black, because if there's one thing you've learned from us in wrapping cars, it's most definitely not what it seems. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I know I keep saying that, but boy, the man's done. Oh boy, she has dried off. Now she looks flat black and looks very good. This thing, oh my goodness. So Jared's only done a few layers on it. I'm literally just shook at the fact that how clean it is.
You can tell how thick it is by the tail it's dragging out.
Time to spray again. We're adding some silver to it. Solid. So we're gonna let that first layer of that chrome dry, and we're gonna put the second one on. You wanna look at it? You wanna look at the car? Do you really wanna look at the car? Guess what? It's gray now. So why would we make a car metal looking? I don't know. I don't know either. They'll find out. Yeah, that's gonna look pretty solid. Oh yeah, baby.
Always roll your masking backwards so you don't splatter. The way you trap all your wet paint inside of the wrap.
Smart. That was stressful. Not for y'all. I'm not questioning anything. I'm just letting them do it. They know what they're doing. Wow. The car is the base color that we're gonna have it be, and now it's time to make it look fancy. The man that's gonna be helping us to make it look fancy is Jason right here, Mr. Brozak. If you wanna find out more information on him, his Instagram will also be up there. We're gonna have him do some magic on the car. He's got this airbrush tool right here, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be going ham, actually. There's no other way to put it. He's just gonna be going ham on the car. Rivet time. Ah.
And just a little teeny
Wow.
bit of, semi-realism.
Yeah, that 3D effect.
Yeah, those should be perfect because the vent should literally come right to
That would literally be perfect.
right to the rivets. It's just stupid little stuff like that.
That's the shindig. There's the rivets. What is this?
We are cutting stencils, a very special one that we'll put on last. Apparently it's trying to connect to AOL.
What are you wearing, Jared?
I'm wearing my protective shark paint suit.
That's your PPE for the day?
For the serious stuff, you have to have the serious shark suit on.
The shark suit really makes it.
Yeah, if you don't like it, I am offended. Alright, we taking bets on if the stars stick or not?
2 out of 10 chance.
Oh, we got one. Come on, Kentucky, stay on there. Please don't blow off. Like that one.
Having to go very, very slow because those stars are extremely small and they're not wanting to stick.
That's why I masked off such a big area so that I can get way back so the air's kind of diffused out before it hits.
Right.
I'm sure the painters out there are probably laughing, but I like to see you pull these stars off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's hard to realize that that's a lot smaller than you probably think it is. Yeah.
So what we don't show through the magic of editing, that this actually took us 17 days to paint because we had to put all the stars on one at a time.
Let's hope all the stars come. Oh my goodness, that was so cool. Jared, this was the move since day one. Now you got yourself a new trick for whenever you're making miniature sized stars. Wow, that looks good.
All right, guys, it is the next day, and me and Jared are in the booth. Jason had to go home, but me and Jared are going to finish it. Well, I say me, but Jared's really doing most all the work. I'm just here filming and kind of providing moral support and watching the car transform. I'm having the time of my life out here. Jared, what are you doing right now?
Okay, so basically we're gonna add a red stripe around the bottom of it to kind of simulate like an intake, but I want the words intake to pop out in white. With the tint I'm using, if I spray it red and then come back and stencil it out white, I'm gonna have to add coat after coat after coat to get the white to come back. So what I have found in doing my car and other cars is to spray a block of white, I'll mask off the intake and then spray it red, pull it, and done.
Sweet, that's gonna make it look really good.
Obviously, since this is a plane, we have to put the no step right there because I like to step on my cars. Insert pictures here.
And like planes say on the wings, no step. It's obviously like a plane. No step.
No step.
No step.
No step.
Don't step on top of the car. Now it looks good, so we can't step on top of it. So we need to get another one that we can step on top of.
50 of them things.
Yep.
Wow, that looks really good.
All right, Poe, I'm going to let you explain for the people because I know you're gonna have some questions. Why is the flag backwards?
Because the flag is carried by a pole. So when you're going into battle, it's going to look this way from the other side of it. This side is correct because that's the right side of the car, or the left side of the car, which is the right side of this flag. You're still going forward into battle. Look at any plane and you'll see it. One of those things we were looking at, we're like, what way should we do the flag? And then we figured out it's best to do that way. Peel right off.
Goes right off. That is a rivet. That is not my fault. U.S. Space Force. You know what you get if you play a country song backwards?
I have no idea.
You get your wife back, your dog back, your house back.
And you get a lot less drunk. Sweet. That's the tail number. That looks amazing.
You just have to be careful when you're doing this if you don't pull the insides and stuff because you need that to stay there. Then I'll take this, put this to transfer paper, and I'll stick this to the car. So this is Auramask 813. The problem with most stencil vinyl with liquid wraps is it's too tacky, especially if you're trying to do it, soon after you finish painting. So Auramask is a very, very low tack, and it works very, very well with liquid wrap for doing stenciling. Heavier tapes and stuff like that will lift the base back up. It's not completely cured yet. So with this stuff, it allows you to do it pretty quickly afterwards. Like I said, ordinarily when you're doing the sticker, you would pull this part, leaving this part. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull the center and use this as a stencil. The less surface area that you have sticking to the car, the better, because it's less chance for it to pull up. What I'll do normally is stick this and then tape below it to mask off to make sure it doesn't overspray.
Yep, that's fine. Man, that's so cool.
So this is the last detail, and I'll let you explain the significance to it.
My dad he just recently passed away, as y'all know, and this whole entire car is a tribute for him. So Jared did something special and he printed out this right here. This is his name. Obviously, as a tribute plane, you put the pilot's name on the side of the plane. He said that he wants me to airbrush it. I've never airbrushed anything before, and it's really cool that he's let me do that because it makes it even more special. So thank you very much.
Make him proud.
I do this so much. Definitely art.
Let's
good to me.
So the majority of airplanes, fighter jets, and all that, when they paint the pilot's name on, because the plane may interchange pilots, it's done with a stencil and a rattle can. We're going to leave it that wispy look where it looks like it was thrown on, like, you know, it would have been on a plane that he flew.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Thank you very much. That's the first time I've done it. A, it's stressful. I'm sweating now, just because like I'm afraid of doing something wrong. But at the same time, it's if you keep really gentle and smooth, then it's actually pretty simple. Thank you very much. That's really cool. I can't wait to see this field and see what it actually looks like on there, because I know he'd be proud. Jared, this man put a layer of clear on this thing and it looks like a completely different car. Oh my goodness. This is only the first layer. Oh my gosh, that is insane. You look like one tired man, Jared. This man right here has been working his freaking rear end off non-stop for the past 2 days. This car 3 days ago had an LS in it. 2 days ago was completely different color. And today, the last color of paint is on it. There has been so much work done. I have a big thank you to say to Jared right here. Also, Mr. Brozak, I am extremely excited. So, y'all ready to see it? Oh my gosh, that looks great. Those headlights look amazing too. All right guys, so here's the finished product of Skirt, the V6 Mustang, and it won't be a V6 for long. We'll be putting the LS in there, but I wanted to say how freaking good the rail product is. And this car has no stickers, complete airbrush, and it just looks amazing. I couldn't be any happier at the final product, so thank you very much to Rail, Jason, and Jared for everything that they've done and everyone else in the process of helping out. This thing is so freaking cool. The crap out of my wheel. It's a good thing I know how to paint those. Now I gotta watch this door as well. See how close that is? Woo! But she is done, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the trailer. Time for a freaking drive back. First off, this man right here has done so much over the past 2 days. Thank you very much, Jared.
You're welcome, buddy.
And also thank you to Jason as well. I can't say I expected anything at all like this, honestly. I know that they were gonna do some cool stuff because I knew who they were, but at the same time, I didn't know it was gonna be that freaking cool. It made me tear up, so. I'm leaking fuel as we speak. This might be a problem. It's covered in diesel. This sucks, man. Put a hole in my fucking head. Because it's Ford.